Welcome, Esports Club and other viewers, to the first and grand episode of the Press Play podcast. I am joined here by...
I'm Caden, aka DSP, whatever you want to call me.
I'm Sean, also known as Frostino.
I go by Def, cdef. Actual name is Zion.
All right, and welcome. You guys are the first guests on the brand new podcast for the Esports Club. How are you guys feeling so far about your season so far?
Just our season in general. We've played in a lot of matches, I want to say, this season. We've had, like, 2 specific leagues that we played in. That's CCS and Mountain West. And I feel like matches overall have been going really good. We just added 3 new people to our roster. And since then, it's kind of just, like, been uphill for us, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
So I'm one of the new additions. I'm an incoming freshman, and a freshman now. So just joining the team, I feel like it's been great. Getting a lot of game time, a lot of games. So I've been feeling great about that.
And then we got Auntie. Yeah, we got Auntie over here.
We've been getting our chemistry together. You know, the 3 new additions have been playing like perfect. Honestly, like I feel like every match I've seen them improve, and I feel like next semester like be way better.
Yeah, because you guys are, okay, because I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit on the leagues, because there's multiple leagues that you guys play for all of the, for your team. So kind of just give me, like, because I'm a little, or not, I mean, I know Rocket League, but, like, give me the rundown of kind of, like, the leagues that you guys play each semester.
Alright, so the first one, I guess I'll talk about CCS first, right? That's kind of like our main one that we've been playing in for a while now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just like, you know, some league hosted by, his name is Nation. But he kind of hosts that league every semester, I want to say. Or at least every fall, it like seems like. I think he does the spring one now, too.
It's every semester and even over summer as well.
Yeah, exactly, But we tend to go against teams, like, in our conference, so it's first like conference-based like matches and whatnot. So we go against like San Jose State, San Diego State, just teams like that.
Any colleges in the Mountain West.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and then during the spring, like, does it kind of ramp up? Like, is it like more of an official league, or is it still kind of the same as it is right now?
It's about the same, I want to say. They do have like a championship bracket and stuff like that. It does lead into a championship bracket where you do go against teams that are not in your league and whatnot. But that's
when you guys fly out to like Vegas and whatnot, right? Or
in this case, no, not
we wish.
But I know. I mean, is there? For Rocket League, at least, I know for the other teams in the Esports Club, I know, like, for Valorant and stuff, they'll fly out to Vegas, they'll go to, like, the HyperX Esports Arena. Has there been anything kind of like that for Rocket League?
For Mountain West, I know there is, like, a championship bracket that includes all the regions across the United States, and it is a LAN bracket as far as I know. But for most of the other leagues, there isn't really that kind of, like, LAN. I want to say CRL, which is a different league that gets hosted sometimes, depending on if Psyonix wants to host it.
Yeah.
And then depending on if they do want to host a LAN. Well, sorry. Depending on if they do want to host a LAN, we do end up flying out if we do well in the like regional and stuff like that. But I don't think they do regionals anymore.
Yeah, they don't really
do.
Yeah, they do like a split-based like thing now, where like they don't usually do like, you know, LANs and stuff like that. It's all kind of just like an online tournament. But that's kind of like the big one, you know what I mean? That's kind of like right underneath RLCS and stuff like that.
Oh, so it feeds into RLCS.
It could if you like.
Is it recognized by Psyonix?
Oh yeah,
it's
a Psyonix tournament.
Yeah, like a title and everything.
CRL is hosted by Psyonix and Epic Games, and like it's their like collegiate alternative to RLCS, which is like for
it's
pro
like
league.
a college Val. You know, they kind of have like a similar thing. Like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then I mean, I also forgot to even ask you guys, at least for like the viewers and whatnot, like, you know, how long have you guys been playing Rocket League?
Oh, shit. All right, put me on the spot.
Are we putting the newbie out?
Yeah, put the newbie on start. What's the hours? Come on.
Hours, probably about 3,500 hours. Playing on and off since 2016. I really started to lock in and play really good like 2018, 2019. So.
Damn it. So and then you guys, how long? I mean, you guys been playing?
Alright, check me out. 2K hours, actually 1K hours, GC3. No, I'm just joking. I actually only got like, I have like about the same amount of hours as Frostino. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do.
Okay.
But then I've been playing probably for like the longest time here. I feel like I started 16,
Like
17.
since launch?
Damn.
Like since
Yeah,
launch?
basically, yeah. I started since launch, but it's just like I've been on and off, and then I started
Okay,
really like picking the
okay.
game up around.
And
like,
you guys,
2020.
I imagine you guys probably all started out on console.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Just
then,
about.
and then
Well,
went
I
to
think we all
PC.
did.
My
Yeah.
beautiful
Except for,
Xbox.
Well, except for me.
Yeah, I did,
These
I mean,
over
'cause-
here being like uncommitted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I
Yeah, if you,
yeah, I'll go. I started playing in like 2017, but like I didn't actually play the game. I played it for like maybe one day, maybe for like a couple hours.
Just playing out with the homies and whatnot.
Yeah, because I was like maybe like 10, maybe 11 at the time. It was free on Xbox, I think because I had Xbox like Gold or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was trying out the game. I thought it was really cool. Never asked my parents to buy it for me though. I like forgot it existed. Then skipped 2 when it went free to play during COVID, and then I picked up the game in September of 2020. And that's when I actually started playing the game because my friends told me about the like RLCS stuff and whatnot, and I was just like, wait, this game's kind of sick.
Yeah, I
I
was
think I have
gonna.
about like 2.8k hours currently.
Oh, wow.
Around there, yeah.
Damn.
Cap.
Okay, I'm probably at like 3k right
Beginner's
now.
luck, bro. Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask about that because I mean, you guys, you're a newer player, but you guys been playing since launch. I mean, like looking at how Rocket League has kind of developed over the years, going from when it was just Psyonix, and then when Epic eventually bought out Psyonix, and then
Yeah.
that's when it went free to play.
Yeah.
I kind of remember there being like some sort of like mixed reaction to Epic buying Psyonix in the community, but
Yeah.
like, what were your guys' thoughts when you heard that like Psyonix got bought by Epic and then it went free to play?
At first, I actually wasn't like against it because I mean I was big on Fortnite, obviously, like anybody else would be. So
Because that was during the peak of that was during the peak
that
of
was during
Fortnite,
the
like
peak
late
of it, yeah,
2019,
exactly.
early 2020.
So it was kind of just like, oh, okay, like, you know, that means the game's going to have a lot more, like, you know, money kind of put into it. That's kind of the big thing that I kind of hoped for, was that tournaments were going to be very, like, big and very, like, you know, extravagant and stuff like that. Sure enough, yeah, they were. So we ended up losing a lot more than, like, we gained.
Yeah, so you liked it, but then you seem like you're quite the opposite.
Yeah, I'm quite the opposite. I was never a Fortnite enjoyer. Never played Fortnite. And that's okay.
I played it a little bit, but I was definitely I was more of like a PUBG Apex kind of guy.
Yeah,
so,
I like Apex.
Apex too, yeah, Apex.
So I mean, when it went free to play, I mean, you said you kind of didn't like it, but like, did you kind of like grow on the decision as it kind of over the years, or?
I mean, I just felt so invested that I couldn't give up, you know? It's
Mm.
like, I put
Okay.
in so many hours that, like, the base game stayed the same.
Locked in.
I mean, the biggest thing for me, I used to be a little bit of a trader myself when they got rid of trading.
That was kind of recent though, right? That was only like
That was the last year.
That was
that was-
It's 2 years.
It was
like,
when they like swapped it over. So what happened is like
because I kind of remember
'cause they
hearing
got,
about
like,
it, but I don't know the specifics of it.
Yeah, so what kind of happened was I think they put rocket racing in Fortnite. And so whenever
yeah.
that happened, it's when they got rid of trading because they couldn't like it was something weird with like the
Oh, that's right, because your Rocket League skins would go over
exactly.
into your Rocket League into
exactly.
Fortnite.
So, yeah, it was something like that. And they couldn't keep it.
I mean, I know. Did it kind of work? Because I'm not aware of how the economy worked. Did it kind of work like Counter Strike and how like their skins market work, or was it more kind of just like a trade and barter kind of thing where there's no actual money being involved, but just skins being traded?
I would say it's almost similar, but like there's definitely differences just because we don't have items where like you have like the market for the item is like $1,000, something like that, you know? Like I'd say like the best items people are like looking for like titanium white stuff or like like black dices, I think.
Yeah, stuff like
and what were
that.
those? Those were
were,
like
like-
rims, or those?
Yeah,
were,
like those, yeah.
Those are probably around like what, like $50 at most, I want to
Yeah.
say.
Oh
maybe
wow.
100,
Okay,
like,
so nothing like how Counter Strike is.
So
There's only a
kind of
couple items.
yeah. If you like the most expensive boost in the game, it's like an alpha sort of boost and
Okay.
whatnot. And so like that's like the very exclusive item that you get for like being an alpha player basically.
yeah.
And so what ends up happening is like they ended up like kind of upvaluing that by like a lot. So I think before trading like went away and whatnot, when you used to be able to like still give out that item and whatnot,
Yeah.
I think it was like almost $1,000. You could probably get it
Yeah.
for like $1,000. Yeah.
Shit.
So
I
that one was
forgot about
expensive.
Alpha Boost, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
And,
Trading's been
like-
going for so long.
I
just,
know,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, and I know, because before, I forget, was Rocket League always on Steam, or was it just on at least on like PC?
I think it was on
Like, at least
all
on-
consoles
I think it
and
was
on
on
Steam.
Oh, and then on Steam, and then it came to Epic Games Launcher.
Yes,
And then,
it came to Epic Games and went free to play, and it got immediately taken off Steam.
Okay, because you're saying you started off on console, but when did you guys eventually switch to PC for Rocket League?
Okay, so I ended up switching once the game went free to play, and that's when I started taking it more seriously.
Okay.
And then I ended up getting a Steam account that way. And
Okay.
Yeah.
I switched actually this summer because I built my PC. My
Oh,
first PC.
dope. What you got in it?
I got a Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, and then I got a what do I got? Oh, you're putting me on- yeah, and then some like 9700 graphics card from
AMD.
AMD, yeah, AMD.
Oh,
that
the
sounds like,
the 9070 XT.
yeah, I think so.
That's like that's a really good.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember
a
you were
really
talking
good
about that.
Yeah.
Lucky motherfucker.
I know. That's what I'm
exactly-
saying.
that's-
you know, that's
Did you? Okay, just as an offshoot, where did you get your parts from?
It's between PC Part Picker and Newegg, between both.
Okay, I will say, in the future, because if any of you guys ever do get PC parts, I'm sure you probably know about it, but Micro Center.
That's where I got
for,
my parts.
for anyone looking to get PC parts for cheap. All right, there's one in the Bay Area. Micro Center is the goat of PC part stores. All right, you get your parts at wholesale. Maybe not wholesale, but at a reasonable price compared to Best Buy and Newegg.
Yeah.
All
We're trying to
right.
get sponsored.
Bro, yeah. Honestly,
but
that would be
really.
a good sponsor.
That
I'm not
would-
gonna lie, yo.
Micro Center sponsor us.
Bro,
We'll win games for you. We'll win tournaments.
exactly.
Real money.
Hey, I mean, yeah. Hey, send me an email, Micro Center. All right.
But literally, like, I want to say last month. Yeah, last month I went to Micro Center down in SoCal.
Oh, the Dustin. Yeah, the Tustin.
The
Yeah.
Tustin location. Yeah, Tustin.
Yeah.
And I was seeing my brothers, and I was like, wait, Micro Center's in town. I could go there. And I got myself a 9900X with a X870E motherboard
Ooh.
with 32 gigs of RAM, RGB of
DDR5,
course,
right? Yeah.
DDR5,
Yeah.
yeah, 6,000 megahertz.
Yeah, I'm still on my 5600X and 3060 Ti from when I upgraded like back in 2021.
Yeah,
so.
don't trip. I have a 5600 X2. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Hey,
have a
it's
36.
a good
still
CPU.
nice.
It's a
still
good
nice. I'm not
CPU
gonna
though.
lie.
It's a very good CPU.
Don't need that much computing power to play Rocket League.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then kind of going back to Rocket League and the skins and stuff. I mean, before the trading, like the whole trading thing happened, was there like third-party websites that you could actually like trade your skins and get like real cash for? Because I know that's also a part of like Counter-Strike.
There are a
But
few of them.
I'm sure
A
that
few,
there
okay.
is. I just
it's
don't
probably a
think-
lot. It's probably a lot more regulated though, I'd imagine, than
Yeah,
like
I
Counter-Strike.
honestly saw a lot of them when I was starting out. But I would say like if you bought stuff through them, there's a very high chance to like either get your account banned or restricted in some way, just because
okay.
Epic was highly monitoring them. Since I'm pretty sure it was against TOS to like trade them in that way,
Yeah,
involving real
probably
money and stuff like
was,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. Like, I know, I come from Counter-Strike, so the whole idea of skins is like, kind of, at least in other games, is not as prevalent as like, as Counter-Strike. But
Yeah.
I mean, off the top of my head, like, what's the rarest cosmetic you guys have? Whether it be like car skins or boosts, rent wheels, or even like goal celebrations.
You know.
Can you? I think you
You
have
got that, bro.
inventory, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Box
You got-
doesn't
you got
count, bro.
inventory.
Box doesn't count.
Okay. Out of my entire inventory, okay, it used to be black dices, right? Because black dices used to be like, you know, that hit item that everybody would want.
Was it basically, because
But-
I don't know what it was, it basically like what like black ice is for Siege?
It's like, no, not really. It's kind of
Okay.
just like all black rims. It looks really clean. I wish I had
black-
like a picture I
blackout.
could show you. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
It's like kind of
okay.
all black wheels. But what Epic likes to do, right, is
Okay.
obviously re-release the stuff that they
Ah,
previously released in
yeah.
the store. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, a lot of items that you have and cosmetics in general, you probably get aren't, you know, as rare as they used to be anymore. So I think if you want like a rare skin or anything like that, you'd have to look back at like previous battle passes and stuff, because those are the only skins that they won't like re-release.
Yeah, and then like your most Your most rare item?
It would have been Black Dicey's too, but
Yeah.
it's probably a couple like RLCS skins I have.
That's fair.
How do you get those? Was it like Twitch drops?
It's Twitch drops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twitch drops, or you get them through like the esports shop before they take the team down. Because I know
Yeah.
Cloud9 had a decal, and then
So nice.
yeah,
The
it was
old
so
NRG
clean.
one.
Old
Oh,
NRG
that
and
one's
so
Energy,
nice.
but the one where they had like the red, white, and then the circle in the middle, right?
that one's
Yeah,
so
dude.
nice.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
2019.
I like that.
Yeah.
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 I remember seeing like Justin and Squishy rock those decals. They're so clean.
that one's clean, yeah.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
And then I asked you, but what's your most rarest item, or at least like most like prized item if it's not most like expensive, but like your favorite item, prized item. Yes.
I don't know if I have a prized item, honestly. I think the rarest thing I have in my inventory is a titanium white Finnick, just because I got it before trading went away, and yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly,
Alright.
nothing crazy, nothing
No
insane.
need to flex.
No need to flex.
Also, one thing that's also kind of intrigued me about Rocket League is the dimensions of car skins. Because I always see like people always kind of put tier lists and stuff like in competitive. Like, is it always pretty much typical for people to run Octane? Or like, do people sometimes run other skins as well? Because that's one thing I'm kind of like unfamiliar with, and as to how like dimensions for the cars work and stuff.
It's really like, I'd say it's personal preference. Like a lot of pros do use Octane and Finnick, but it's just because the hitbox is technically more like balanced, I would say, like quote unquote balanced.
Explain
because
that to
like
me.
you have multiple hitboxes, right? So you
Okay.
have Dominus, Breakout, Plank, and then you have Merc, which is like the tallest one, the biggest one, and then you have Octane. So Octane is like a combination of like, I want to say the Merc hitbox with its height, and then like the Dominus with its length. It's just like right in the middle, so you get the benefits of both, but not like to the fullest extent. Meanwhile, if you run Dominus, you lose on height, but you get that length back. So, like, flicks, like, for example, you have more length on your car to make the flick go faster, but with, like, a Merc, you have the height, but less length. So, sure, you can't hit the ball and get, like, crazy, like, flicks, but now, like, if anyone tries to 50 you, you just cover that, like, every single time, because all of that height.
Yeah.
A lot of pros run Octane and Finnick just because it just became popular, I want to say, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like, yes, Octane is, like, the preferred, like, hitbox just because of that balance, but, like, I would say a lot of pros just do what other pros do just because they're like, hey, that pro plays really well, I want to do what they do. Because there's still pros who run other hitboxes and other cards. Torsos, he mains Dominus. AJ, he'll sometimes switch to Dominus if it feels like it. And then you have Joyo, which will just randomly like pull out some random car if he feels like it. Like I think there's a clip of him hitting a MacTuff reset on like a Mustang or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, this is gonna sound a little bit for viewers. I'm just gonna scoot this over a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't like spike too much in audio. Just that way it's a little more balanced when I'm looking around and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, like, I don't know, air dribbling. Yeah, I always see like, I don't know, Rocket League is at least like, card dimensions have always been like kind of weird to me because it's always, or actually. Where the hell am I going with this?
They're good.
Yeah, no,
I'm picking up what you're trying to say.
Yeah. And then I mean, kind of going through. I think was it after Epic bought it? Was when we because custom maps and stuff. Like, how much has that kind of played a part, especially for Rocket League? There's two ways I'm gonna go with this.
Okay.
But like, because Rocket League has been like Counter-Strike, it's been one of those games where almost virtually nothing has changed like over the course of it. Like it's been almost like pretty much a decade now, right?
Almost a decade. Next year's gonna be a decade.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, like looking at Rocket League and how little it's changed, has like the community maps and all the the custom content, has that kind of had an effect of keeping the community interested at times, or do people still kind of just like float towards just original Rocket League?
So just in general, typically most people want to float towards like playing like our competitive modes, ranked 1s, 2s, 3s occasionally. You know what I mean? But there are custom maps out there that people do use and do make videos on and stuff like that. You'll see a lot of people, like, I think Lethamir, he does a lot of like custom map videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're nice and all, but the thing is that like Epic kind of just like, you know, gets rid of like, you know, that entire like idea of like, oh, you can play custom maps and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird because in Fortnite they have like creative mode and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but they don't offer
and that's
that in
become
Rocket
like,
League.
and that's become like a pretty, I wouldn't say like important part, but you know, it's something good to take your mind off if you're, you know, if you're on like a 5-game losing streak or something like
that's
that.
something we would all want, you know what I mean? But it's kind of just like, they kind of just like truncated that. Kind of just said like.
I mean, has that maybe even shifted towards like the slingshot and the basketball modes, or is it still, or is that still kind of just been more like a niche game mode?
Still kind of niche. I feel like I haven't heard
niche.
anybody say that like, let's hop on and play like slingshot or like let's hop on and play hoops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like those are still game modes that people should like, you know, consider playing just to like, take
and
the edge.
has Epic really tried to push like their game modes? Just like, have they tried to experiment with LTMs like they have with Fortnite and stuff? Or
I would say yes, but like a lot of them aren't that good. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, give me a couple examples of like, because I only really know like the other non-traditional game modes. Or like the only ones I know are like slingshot and like
hoops,
in
drop
hoops.
shot, rumble.
Yeah, I mean, have they tried to experiment?
Quads.
Are they in fours?
Oh, we gotta
Yeah,
talk
they
about
did. That's how this season right now.
Okay.
So, game modes they've experimented with, like, I think recently they've done a lot of casual stuff with Heat Seeker. But a lot of the like custom Heat Seeker stuff has just been like skin over with like, you know, Ghostbusters or like what was the other one they did?
The Sonic one.
The Sonic one, yeah. Oh, the
They
Sonic
did
one's completely
Sonic
different though.
based,
Isn't there like a separate ball that chases you now?
Yeah, it's so weird.
There's a Sonic one where there's a ball that chases you and if it hits you, you get demoed. There's another mode
That
where
did a
like
Scooby-Doo one. I remember that too because they had something like that.
I never played that one.
It was weird. Yeah, I don't remember like.
There was one that I remember where like the ball is like has electricity around it, and when you hit it, it loses its momentum and then drops down or something.
Like a dead weight. Okay.
Yeah, Leftamir made like a short like Twitter vid on it, just talking about how bad it was, and I was just like, I don't even know what's happening here. Like the ball's going up and then stopping and then falling. Like it just like loses all its momentum. It's like who would play that? It's like I don't know. And then you have quads, which they recently made a ranked mode for.
Oh God.
I would say honestly,
like how new is it?
like last month.
Yeah.
season.
Oh wow.
Like,
So it's like
it came out
fresh off the block.
Yeah, it came out the same like time that the season dropped.
Okay.
It's okay, I'd say, because they increased the map size, added more boost pads and whatnot. But it's just like I feel like Rocket League for floors, like it just wasn't really meant to be played that way. But
Wait,
I
so
mean,
did
if
they
you add more players to that map, because I feel like maybe the map's just too big. Like if you added more players to that
Did
map,
they
maybe
make
it'd be a
it
little better,
wider?
but
Like both? Did they make it wider and longer, or
Yes.
it's wider and longer.
And they
Okay.
put like full boost like on the wall.
yeah.
full boost on the wall?
Yeah. So
Because
there's
normally they're just in the corners.
they're in the corners and then like two in like the middle kind of
Yeah. Oh yeah.
sides. But then
Yeah.
they put one,
Middle
like, on
left
the
and middle
walls,
right.
too, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, and then kind of going, because it seems like a lot of what you guys were talking about was kind of like crossover modes. Like, with Epic buying Psyonix back in the pandemic and stuff, I mean, obviously Fortnite now, I'm kind of just using Fortnite as a reference point, because that's just kind of their other biggest IP.
Oh yeah.
Fortnite is Epic.
Basically.
Epic is
Other than maybe Rocket League, but Rocket League is kind of like the like, yeah, we don't give a shit about you. We're just gonna let you do your own thing, and
Yeah,
we'll give you
yeah.
love every now and then. But I feel like, at least in my personal opinion, a lot of Fortnite often, and I mean, I think you guys would probably agree, but Fortnite kind of has relied too much on crossovers now. Do you feel like Rocket League has kind of started to dip into that realm, or do you think? Like, do you think they've
most
started to
definitely.
push too many
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
collabs with other IPs? Like, what was the worst? Because I know obviously there's in Fortnite there are crossovers that people do like the Halo crossover with Master Chief, and you know, I mean they've done a bunch of shit now. But what has been kind of the community reaction and your guys' reactions to like crossovers and stuff? Like, has it been kind of mixed or?
It just feels like Epic's trying to do what they did with Fortnite, but to Rocket League, because they don't truly understand what to do with Rocket League. They bought it out, seeing the potential in the game, which is fair because it's a unique game that like no other game really has like a similar formula that you can recreate without just being literally Rocket League. but it feels like they just don't have any real direction with it besides make Rocket Racing, put it in UE5, and then call it a day, and just make it another IP.
Oh, so they also put Rocket League in the UE5 like they did with Fortnite?
They want to, yeah.
They
And what
want
they're
to,
going to do, instead of upgrading Rocket League to UE5, they're just going to put Rocket League in Fortnite. At least that's what I've heard.
That's
So
what they
those are
wanna
the
do. They
leaks.
wanna
So,
upgrade, yeah.
wait, so you mean they're literally just gonna, like, combine the two separate executables into the one game?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
launch
just
Fortnite
port
and you
it,
open
yeah.
Rocket League instead.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
It's
I don't-
corporate greed.
ugh.
Corporate
Yeah,
greed.
it's just like...
and it's, I mean, it's still gonna,
Yeah.
at that point, is it gonna even be, is Rocket League gonna even be on Steam at that point?
That's what they want to try to get rid of. Is
Yeah,
just
they're
Rocket League
trying
on
to do
Steam, just entirely.
God, that's
yeah.
so
I feel like if they
weird.
do
That's
that-
so weird.
If they somehow pull that off, though, they're going to have a lot of issues. I feel like there's going
Oh,
to be
I
something
feel like
wrong
it's
with
gonna,
that's happen. Because a lot of people who own Rocket League on Steam currently have spent money on the game. They bought the game before it went free to play. So if they take it off Steam completely, then they're gonna have to deal with like over 100,000 people.
That's gonna
coming
literally
at
kill their
them
game.
coming at them for taking the game that they bought on Steam off of Steam.
Yeah, because they bought it. Yeah, because how much was the price range? Like $20 or something like
20,
that. Or
25, I
25?
think.
That-
I mean, it was relative.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that's pretty good for a. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, absolutely,
like
yeah.
Counter Strike's free, Valorant's free, but like in League is free, but like even still for like a competitive
Yeah,
game
just
at
in
that
general,
time, it
yeah.
was still a pretty good price point.
And to be fair, Psyonix at that time when they released Rocket League, like on consoles and on Steam and whatnot, I'm pretty sure they were basically an indie company.
Yeah, kind
Like-
of small-ish. Cause
yeah,
they only
because-
dropped super powered battle.
Oh, yeah,
Act,
super
or something like that.
acrobatic
Whatever it
powered
is, yeah.
Battle Cars, start
Something like
BC.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see the reaction to crossovers. I mean, like I was kind of hinting at it earlier, but like, what are your guys' like least favorite crossover? The one that was like,
Every
holy,
single one.
holy shit, this is
Basically,
really bad. Every
Yeah.
single one.
Because
Yeah.
like what they tend to do is like they drop a new $20 car every other week.
Literally.
And it's like
Just the car itself is $20.
kinda, yeah, just the car itself
Yeah.
and maybe like some extra
Jesus.
decals with the car, no?
My
Yeah, and
God, that's
I
crazy.
feel like that's the problem. Like no one's asking like for these crossovers. I know you're trying to get like the like everyone interested in whatever it is, but like the real majority of players that play this game, they don't want that stuff.
You're just milking the money cow at that
Exactly.
point. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's like Rocket League itself, I feel like, is inherently competitive just because like the base game is like
Just
really
soccer.
hard to get into like casually, I feel like. Like you can still have fun with it casually, yes. But like inherently the game is competitive and making new cars to pull in new casual players, like it was working in the beginning because it was just like, oh wow, these cool awesome crossovers, these like IPs that I very like love so much. But like now it's getting to the point where we're just milking it so much that it's just like we need something else to the game. We need more substance. We need another like mode for casual players to enjoy
Exactly,
that
yeah.
isn't like trashy and
Yeah.
like just another like crossover with Sonic. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna kind of lead into like another question of like, do you think? And I think you already kind of answered the question, but like, has Psyonix / Epic tried now with the crossovers and trying to appeal to casual players? Have they tried to make any effort to retain those casual players, or has it still been kind of lackluster?
their effort is the crossover modes and like they released Knockout. I want to say that was probably their first like real effort that was actually pretty good. I
And
don't know,
what,
like,
and what
some
was that?
people-
And what was that?
When did it release?
It's like isn't that like the King of the Hill one where you try to like knock people
Yeah,
off
it
kinda thing?
released sometime last year,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
basically it was
yeah.
like a battle mode basically. So
Mm.
you have 8 players, around 8 players. I wanna
And it's
say.
just one match.
Yeah, one match, 8 players, free for all, and you have like 2 different abilities. You grab someone, or you can like ram into someone, and the whole goal was to either get them off the field and like land into like the border below the map,
Mm.
or drive them into like the walls that would like start closing in slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I mean, kind of, obviously, Rocket League is definitely one of the games where the skill cap between, or skill gap between players, I mean, has there been any effort? Obviously, it doesn't seem like there's been somewhat of an effort by the developers, but has it kind of been more on the community to try to retain these players rather than the actual devs themselves? And I think that kind of leads into the discussion of like, you know, do you think it falls on the responsibility of the developers or the community to try to keep players involved, or at least like increase interactivity between players in the games, and then also kind of interaction in the community?
I think both need to put in work. I feel like both could definitely put in more work. like dev's obviously like a lot of work, but like I feel like community is so easy to just like give up. I've seen so many people just doom about this game 24/7, and it's just like we have so many great people in the community, and like we could make something like if we just all put together on it. But everyone's so like, yeah, I'm gonna go post on Twitter and talk about how ass this game is, and then hop off and go play for another 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the issue with Rocket League is that like a lot of people don't recognize it, but I feel like it's just mostly like a competitive game. At least that's the way I play it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a lot of like things that you have to do competitively to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like that's the only real way I find like enjoyment out of just playing the game in general, and that is
Yeah.
perfectly fine with me because I would rather play that like game competitively than like sit there and try to like do some casual stuff like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, kind of going back to the conversation, it is kind of, at least for your mental, especially because I mean, I play a decent amount of Counter-Strike, and it definitely Counter-Strike
Yeah,
me
absolutely.
infuriating. I mean, it obviously still is good though to at least have some
Have
base of a
something, yeah,
casual,
exactly,
of a casual mode to just like, all right, I need to just go blow off some fucking steam.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But and then kind of going in between like this, or like competitively. I mean, just for the other viewers, like how long have you guys been competing for? Even before joining, were you guys competing at all before you joined the team?
You wanna start?
I feel like maybe I was the longest one competing because before this,
I mean, you've been playing the longest anyway,
Kinda
or almost the
ish.
longest anyway.
I started playing RLCS before I came to UNR to play for the team.
Okay.
And so I have a team outside of UNR
Okay.
where I do play RLCS with them.
Shout out Star Crew.
Yeah, shout out to Star Crew, my guys.
If you want root for a team, root for Star Crew.
Exactly. But we have had somewhat decent placements. I think in the last RLCS, we almost made it to day 2. I think we placed like top 192 or something like that. So we're getting close.
How many
and that's
team-
out of
how many
like
teams
almost
com-
1,000 teams. So like
Oh,
that was,
wow.
that was really
Okay,
good.
that's a pretty
really
big
good
pool then.
placement, yeah. And so we've been improving a lot, and I feel like over next season, I feel like that's something that we can definitely hit is like that top 128, maybe even like going further than that, like top 64. I feel like we can get there. But obviously, I do want to try to like raise my team I have here,
Yeah,
as well,
absolutely.
and try to get them to get more active in games and stuff like that. Because I do eventually want to kind of like get into RLCS with them and
Raise
try to
us.
go with that.
Yeah, raise
exactly.
us. I'm gonna raise you up
Who
with
do
my,
you think
with
you
my
are?
skills. I
Who do you think I am?
Who are you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, then how long have you been? Because you're the longest. You've been playing the longest, but
Probably close, yeah. I really haven't competed in the RLCS or anything like that.
You should.
I really just play competitive. I'm gonna try to go for RLCS this year.
Yeah.
Still trying to find a team because they won't let me
Hey,
on.
you
But it's
got-
okay.
yeah, what
teammates.
ranks are you guys? Because you're currently.
Currently,
I might put you on
GC2,
blast with that question,
GC2
but
right now. I am, yeah.
Everyone watching is gonna be like, wait, I thought these guys were like
These
SSL.
shitters.
Yeah,
I
these guys are
promise
ass.
I'll
What
be
the fuck?
SSL, guys. I'm close.
Yeah, I'm around GC1. So
and then you're
I'm like GC2. I think I'm around like 1640. I want to say right now.
okay.
I think we lost a couple games when me and Kim were playing, but
What's
like, I think
like-
we're still hovering around there.
What's like the high end? Because obviously, I don't know what's like the high end or low end of elos. So like, because you guys obviously go off like an actual number system for elos. Oh god, I feel like that I just asked a loaded question.
So
It's
No, it's
I'm
mixed games
like
that's
six.
okay.
I think I peaked like 1670 right now, right?
What's like okay? What's
And
like
so-
number? Just as a baseline, what's like number one?
SSL
ranked elo?
is 1875.
if you want
Okay,
to
so
be
there's-
good at the
okay.
game, you have to hit 2.2k.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
How much elo? How much elo do you guys earn a game?
it's around like 9 or 10.
9 or 10, something like that. Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot less than I thought it would
And
be.
if you get higher up around like SSL, it drops by half. Like you start making 4 or 5 instead.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
gain 4 or 5 points a game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can imagine when there's a pro that hits like the MMR cap and like goes like beyond it or whatever. Like I think Daniel hit the newest one, which is like 2.4k.
Yeah, think about it this way.
It was like
right?
Daniel's in. It's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that means they played like 5 MMR per game. That's like that's almost 1,000 games. of
Yeah.
just
Wow.
winning.
That's
I'm just
Holy
winning.
person on our leaderboard right now, I think is Zen, right?
Is
And I
that
think-
global or NA?
Global, right?
Global,
And he's
okay.
like 26.
Where's he
or something
from?
Like that. France.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Classic.
So you can,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
whole, and when we talk about competitive later, I'll definitely talk about kind of like rivalries between regions. But I don't know. It's
Yeah.
do you guys? I know for Counter-Strike, there's there's the Premier Elo, and then there's Face It Elo.
Yeah.
Is there also like is Face It? I think there is somewhat of a remnant of Face It on Rocket League.
Mans, yeah.
But is it as because I know Counter-Strike, a lot of people that want to play the game in Counter-Strike, a lot of people that want to play the game like really competitively play Face It. They don't play Premier, they play Face It.
Yeah.
Is it kind of the same in Rocket League, or do most people just play like normal ranked?
So, I would say a lot of people play normal ranked now. If you want to go pro, like if you like a lot of pros say, if you want to go pro, play twos, because if you hit like top 100, top 10 in twos, people will know like about you. They will like play.
And you'll get picked up by teams and stuff.
Like pros are all constantly playing twos in top 10. So like if they run into you and they see your top 10 and like they think you're good, like they will contact you. They will find you. But like the old method, and it's still around now, was six mans. The only issue is that pros aren't as active on six mans as they used to be, and if they are active, they're not playing with other players. They're playing with other pros.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's kind of like. Do you guys know what FPL is for Counter Strike or?
I think I heard of it. Yeah.
So it's kind of just like that, where it's just kind of a gathering of a bunch of different pros, and then they just play like 3v3s versus.
Yeah, that's kind of what pros do.
Like,
it's
Pro City
like,
Valorant, right? Kind of something like that.
No, for like Counter, because like FPL for Counter Strike was basically like the way that it worked is there would be like obviously there'd be leaderboards and stuff, and you'd have to fight your way into FPL.
Yeah.
But then after that, you'd like there'd be you'd queue up for Face It and FPL, and then there'd be like. It'd just be a normal 5v5, just with other high level pros or content creators and stuff. Exactly. So it's kind of like that for Rocket League as well.
Yeah, for Rocket League, a lot of pros just play like exclusive six mans where they just queue against each other and they're just randomizing teams basically and then playing against each other.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it's like
we used to have Face It. And I think it's still around, but it is completely dead. I looked into it. It came out like years ago, towards like Rocket League's release, I want to say, and people used to be active and talk about it and play tournaments in it. But when I tried checking it out, there was nothing. Okay. No one's on there.
And I feel like that's definitely kind of what happened when CS:GO went over to Counter Strike 2, because Face It didn't like transfer over into. Over into Counter Strike 2, so it kind of took a while for Face It to like get their servers back up and running, and that definitely killed a lot of like high level like non-competitive really high level non-competitive like Counter Strike. But I mean, do you feel like I know there's a lot of, at least what I remember of FPL, do you feel like people that when it was active, when there were like unsigned players that like would players be able to like make a name for themselves in these like six mans or whatever and get signed to teams?
I'd say almost every pro that is currently active got known through six mans before hopping over to twos and then having to like get their name known again. Because Zen, I want to say, used to play six mans. And then people started like forgetting about him until he started playing twos, and people were like, "Wait, this guy's a prodigy." Daniel, I think he was probably one of the biggest six man grinders because literally every bubble player knows him. Like he interacted with so many people in the community, and he has a lot of screenshots of people just going like, "Yeah, you're not gonna make it, kid. You're not good. Like no one knows you. Get off the game, little bro." And then like, no, he won a major. I think he won Worlds. Yeah. Sorry. He's on NRG. Yeah, my bad.
So there's still that same. So there's still that same energy of like, okay, onliner, you got to prove yourself in an offline to really like make a name for yourself in the scene.
Yeah. Okay. That's how it was for Justin. Back in season 8. No, not season 8. Sorry, season 5. Because that's when Energy went against like Vitality and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Energy.
That was the infamous match. This is Rocket League, right?
This is Rocket League. The 1 second goal. That was when.
If there's one clip I remember from Rocket League, it's that clip.
The most famous clip. Yeah. The funny thing is, I think Justin got interviewed and asked like about that that moment in RLCS, and he said he doesn't really remember it. Like it just kind of happened. Like when he was in the moment, like
and then kind of going into the competitive side of it. I mean, there's always, I'm a little unaware. I know there's NA and EU. Has there always kind of like, because I know Counter Strike NA has kind of died out has it kind of been the same for Rocket League, or is
No.
It
We're
is-
so back.
NA,
We're
yeah.
so
Oh, NA
we're
is
It
so
was
back.
a little
back?
bit, yeah.
NA is
So
back,
bad.
dude.
back.
I
I
know
don't
that's
know
so.
if we're fully back because we might just be a one-team region. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
What team?
maybe.
Okay, so
Uh,
kind of give me, at least in the current state right now, kind of give me like the main sort of like 12 orgs that are
12 orgs.
or just like I don't know, just list off a bunch of, because I know, is Cloud9 still in Rocket?
From
No.
like
No,
NA.
they're not.
EU.
Okay,
They
so-
teased coming back and then they never came back because
Yeah.
they're a bunch of scam artists.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like, what are kind of, I guess, just like top 10 teams.
Top 10
in
oh,
the
I like
NA.
it.
Just do the
Unfortunately.
teams that like are gonna probably make it to RLCS like this year. You know what I mean? So
Make it
like
to Worlds next
4
year.
NA teams, 4 EU teams, 2 MENA.
Yeah, and
One-
then there's no
No OCE,
There's no
huh?
Oh,
OCE
yeah, there's
spot.
no OCE. There's
I
only
thought,
one
isn't
now.
MEA kind of part of Oceania, though?
No,
Not anymore.
not
Not
even. Yeah,
really.
they used to have like so OC used to have like their own slots. I think they had 2 actually.
Yeah, they had
I remember,
2.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
org, and like, was it like, I remember
Wild
because
card
like
is wild card
Renegades.
pretty
Oh,
much.
Yeah,
Wild
Wild
Card?
Card,
Wild
yeah.
Card and
Yeah.
Renegades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildcard, Renegades. There's one more. I'm
Greyhound?
forgetting. No, there's another one that
TSM just
TSM,
moved.
It's
yeah,
TSM.
TSM
moved
just-
over to.
Oh,
OC,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the top like what? I guess that would be like top.
Just give me,
12.
okay, then give me, I guess give me top 5 for NA and EU.
All right, yeah, I'll give you like top 4 because
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of like
Okay.
what we go based off.
Okay.
Of. But it would probably be like NRG.
For NA, this is for NA, right?
Yeah, right now
Okay.
for so it would be NRG, Shopify.
Shopify, yeah.
Shopify has LJ,
Okay.
Kofor.
It's
Oh,
weird
yeah,
because I
they-
only
they
see them. I only
reduced
see
the
them in
bid
like
on the
Valorant
price,
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I know
They-
it's weird now
because
because
they're
now
ran.
a lot of teams are
they're-
coming back to.
Aren't they ran by Ludwig?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, Ludwig
Yeah.
and Worst Critical. It's Shopify and
Yeah,
Voice combined.
they-
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, NRG, Shopify, Space Station might still be up
Genji.
there, and then Genji.
Space Station is still around as
Yep.
an
Yeah.
org.
I love Space Station.
Holy
Yeah.
dude!
Who's
I
on
remember.
Space Station now. Did they change their
That's gonna
roster?
be Chronic, Diaz, and
Diaz.
Frosty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a crazy team. I don't know about Frosty though. Frosty,
Yeah,
like,
Frosty's kind of just like
Because, like-
a lot of drama.
A lot of drama, a lot of
Oh,
drama. But if that
like
kid- if that
okay,
kid walks
drama
in,
how? I give me the deets, bro, because
It's,
like.
it's a
just,
little.
like-
it's like uncomfortable drama. Like
Yeah.
he got,
Oh god, is it
what?
actually like like allegations?
Against
against his
some-
girlfriend.
Yeah, against his girlfriend.
yeah,
We'll say
So
that,
like
yeah.
like Zero, like what happened with Zero and Smash. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but
Then wasn't Zero like literally a pedo?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, maybe not to the same level of like veto allegations, but like.
But kind of like something kind of serious like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was something
something
serious. Like Frosty was underage. His girlfriend was like
Oh.
20 plus. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still a good player. I feel like he's still.
Yeah,
a good
he's
player.
still a good
gonna
player,
be a good.
but he
addition
just
to
needs
the
to like
team, but,
grow up
yeah.
because he acted very immature when like that drama.
And when did that happen? When did that happen?
Last year.
Last year, and he was on a really good. He was on.
Yeah, he
Space
was on a
Station.
team.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was on a
shit.
really
Okay.
good team.
He got
Yeah,
kicked
got
off because of how he was
that, yeah.
acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like Frosty, like he has so much potential. He just needs to like
He's
grow
his
up.
worst enemy.
He's immature.
Yeah.
A lot. I feel like Rocket League's getting to a point where like, it doesn't really matter if you're like a young player getting into the scene. Like, no one's really looking for like that 13-year-old prodigy. It matters if you have that experience and you can like stay good under pressure and also be mature.
Just
like,
be humble about it.
Yeah,
Like,
because
yeah.
like Rise and Abjack, like they're kind of getting older now. They're like 20 plus, and like they're still kicking around the scene, and they're really good players. Like everyone wants Abjack, honestly. Like
I would want an abject.
You want it, yeah,
You know,
Kaden
I
wants
want
abject, bro.
I
You
feel
know?
like abject could be a good addition to any team.
Also, shout out to Reddles. I miss you. I'm so sad you retired. Oh, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I knew you were everyone Riddles hater.
and then I feel like because you're talking about, do you feel like there? I know you kind of answered it already, but do you feel like there has been kind of like a stagnation in young talent, like not even just in NA, but like globally? Has there been kind of like a stagnation in like younger talent and up and coming players?
I wouldn't say there's a stagnation. No,
Absolutely
there's still a
not.
lot of young players
Yeah.
coming into the scene.
Okay.
But what I mean is like those players are gonna stick around for a while. It's like it's not like
Yeah.
this player hits 20, they retire. Oh, this
Yeah.
player hits like 18, they retire because they start.
Like they'll be
under
playing
15.
until they're like
Yeah.
damn near 30.
Yeah, no, like I think we'll start like seeing people like play until like almost 30 almost.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
basically,
because these like Rocket League's like not a game about reactions. Honestly, like if you're just smarter than everyone,
little bit. Yeah, just gonna focus it a little bit.
if you're just smarter than everyone, like smarter and like have solid execution, which you can just build up over time from playing the game, then you're just a solid player overall. Like it doesn't matter like, oh, you have these quick youngin reactions because you're like 13 coming into the scene. Like if you're like if you're 24 and you can play threes really really well, you'll be picked up by literally anyone. Everyone wants
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's definitely. I'm just kind of like I feel like that's where Counter Strike is kind of like failed because there's I don't know it's. That's for another conversation for another episode of the podcast.
Of course.
But
When do we get a CS team?
and then also okay, so we talked about NA.
Yeah.
Now going to EU. Now who are top 4 for EU?
Okay. So right now it's probably gonna be, I don't know. I'd say Vitality.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the Vitality.
And they've always been around.
Vitality is really good in CS too. Aren't
Well, yeah,
they?
they have a lot of
Wait,
different
What
teams.
about K-Corp?
K-Corp is up there. Yeah, I would say Vitality.
We
Are you
have
putting it
two
in order?
responses.
Actually, no, I'm not
Well,
putting it in
Vitality-
non-order.
No, not order. Okay,
One
I
of
was
the-
saying,
one of the first
putting
games that
K-Corp
Vitality-
Yeah, not
below
order.
Vitality? Like, what are we doing?
Not
Hold on.
order.
Whoa.
Vitality was one of their first teams was Rocket League, right? Like they were.
Were they?
Was it?
Did
No,
is it
they're-
CS? No, I
they're in
don't
the
think
CS
so. I think they
team.
were.
Well,
in
they've been.
CS
I know
for
they've been.
a while.
I know Vitality's been in Counter Strike since like 2018 or so, but like
Well,
I
then
don't know,
probably
I
is
don't know.
Rocket League. They've been around for a while.
because I feel like Vitality was like one of.
Oh, yeah.
Vitality,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I think Vitality
did,
picked up a
yeah.
roster in season 2 of RCS.
Yeah, that's got to be like
Because there were
2017
barely
or
any
something.
orders
Yeah,
that
that's
were
like
invested in
2017.
season
And
1.
I know Vitality definitely didn't exist in 2017.
It might have been then. Yeah.
Actually,
It
I
might
think
have been Rocket League, or-
Vitality Counter Strike might have not even existed until like late 2018 almost. But
Really? Like
Yeah.
they weren't doing like majors or anything? Like
Well,
competitive,
Vitality-
like-
Vitality was. They're not obviously to the level of where they are. They were a lot worse back in
Yeah.
2019. Like they would still get into majors and stuff, but like they weren't doing the shit they were doing
Of
now.
course, yeah. Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Because back then they weren't all. I imagine Vitality.
That's how I feel right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously, Vitality is a French org, and I know their Counter Strike roster is. It used to be all French, but now it's kind of more of like an international roster.
Yeah.
Is Vitality's Rocket League roster still kind of all French, or is it like?
Right now they're actually no, because they just picked up a new player and he's like Spanish, I think.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Dizzy is a Spanish.
Yeah, I think
if
he's,
remember
yeah.
correctly.
The French reign has ended.
Dizzy speaks
Yeah.
like multiple languages. Just
Hey,
like
I need the French rain to end in Counter Strike, man. They've been playing way too well. Actually, the number one team right now is from Mongolia in Counter Strike.
Oh, okay.
but-
Wait, is the
Yeah.
French taking over CS as well?
They did for a couple years,
No,
like
thank French.
last year.
Dang
Yeah.
Frenchman, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they won the.
Video games.
I don't know. Oh, anyway, back to what we were talking before we went on the
Yeah.
Vitality
Yeah.
tangent. Rest of the top 4.
Yeah, so
EU
it's gonna
teams.
be Vitality, not in order, okay?
Yeah,
Not in order.
yeah.
Yeah, Vitality, Carmine Corp, and then after that,
Carmine Corp.
it really kind of depends, you know. It could be like
Okay, so
Gentleman's. I feel like
I feel like
Gentleman's
Gentleman's has to be up there.
Yeah, Gentleman's is really good right
and
now.
And
then
honestly, GK. Because
GK,
Abstract
yeah,
Joyo
GK
and,
is really good
who's
right now
their
too.
third? Archie?
Yeah, or no, not Archie. It's
Not Archie.
Joyo Seiko.
Seiko,
Yeah,
right,
Seiko.
Seiko.
Yeah,
that's a really
yeah,
good team
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
And it's what part of EU are they from? Are they
I
like,
think they're just kind of all over. So what really
Okay.
happens with like our EU teams is like they kind of just mix and match from people with EU. So
okay.
a lot of the times there used to be an issue with RLCS where like they would take a lot of imports and then just like move them on to like, specific
Imports,
teams,
as
like-
in like taking them from other
yeah,
regions.
take players from other regions, just
Okay.
put them on like different teams and stuff like that. But
So
since
kind of how
EU
League does. Kind of like how League does. it.
exactly,
Okay.
yeah. But now they kind of like added like this lock, basically saying that like 2 of your players have to be from like a specific
okay.
region, so
Okay.
that way you can play on like the team together.
And that completely changed Nina, honestly.
Exactly, that
Nina's
changed
gonna be
Nina
crazy now.
completely, Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know in Counter Strike's history, there's been a lot of, and I know I'm using Counter Strike a lot. I'm just
No,
I'm
you're
just a
good.
Counter
It's
Strike
fine.
fan.
You're a Counter
Yeah.
Strike. It's okay. I played Counter Strike. I think Caden played a little
I
bit.
haven't played in a while with you. We gotta run up some games.
Yeah,
soon. Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, I gotta throw more.
I've
in your,
been doing
games.
I've been doing my own stuff, but I mean, has there always throughout Rocket League's competitive history? I know in Counter Strike there's like the Danes, and then there's like the Swedes, and then there's like the French, and there was a little bit of dominance from NA, only for like a year, unfortunately. If you want more
Was
NA
that when
teams back in
Cloud9
Counter
did it?
Strike.
Was that during Cloud9's time?
Well, when they won Boston, and then when Team Liquid during the AUG and the Krieg meta of like 2018, 2019. And then honestly, NA hasn't really bounced back since then. But I mean, kind of give me and the rest of the viewers like a rundown of the kind of like dominance periods of Rocket League esports, if there is any, or at least like good rivalries, because I want to know what the good rivalries
They're
are.
more like in early RLCS, and then I would say they kind of disappeared more recently, but there are still definitely like there is.
What disappeared, like rivalries?
Not
like,
rivalries, but like dominations, because it's so hard to just completely dominate.
It's just
now.
so most tournaments are
Yeah.
pretty much like a toss up. There's not like
yeah.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. Yeah.
Interesting.
Literally anyone can win. Like if you're a top 4 team, like you could just easily win like the whole thing. It just depends on how everyone's playing that day.
Yeah. Rocket League is definitely one of those games where like your consistency to like dominate, quote unquote, has to be like the greatest thing we've ever seen of all time. It's
like
that's literally why Zen won Worlds like first try, because he was and it still is the most consistent Rocket League player in the entire scene. But you can see that everyone caught up. Everyone is also becoming that consistent now, and now he can't even just easily just dominate like he used to, because again, like Rocket League's just such like a consistent, hungry game. Like
yeah. Oh, it is. We can keep this in the. It is almost 3 though. Okay.
Yeah,
Keep going. Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Just making sure. Because I know you said that before that you need to be home by 3, but I know. There's got to be some good rivalries though, right? Even though it's not like there's not been dominance periods, like there's good rivalries though, right?
Yeah,
between
maybe
teams.
not against like teams right now.
Not even just in the current state of Rocket League, but just even like in the history.
Oh yeah, over time, like definitely, like there used to just be like what NRG,
Cloud9.
Vitality, stuff like that. Yeah, Cloud9, stuff like that. There was just like teams that just went against each other, just went head to head, and like obviously,
Yeah.
It would be like a pretty simple rivalry. Obviously, it would be like the same 2 teams that make it to the same finals every single. You know what I mean? It would kind of just be like that.
Warriors versus Cavs. Type
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that, yeah.
exactly like that.
I think early RLCS was always like Energy or G2 versus Vitality or Dignitas.
Oh,
Exactly.
I imagine G2 is probably not in Rocket League anymore.
No, they
anymore.
dropped their
They're not?
team last RLCS season, and Energy picked up their old roster.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's also one thing. How does like the seasonal system work for Rocket? Like how does like the, because I know for Counter Strike there's like just, it's not really like seasons. It's kind of just like tournaments that happen throughout the year. But how does is Rocket League more of like a franchise game in terms of how they do their tournaments, or is it still kind of like grassroots ish kind of?
It's more franchise. They have like 4 regionals per region, right?
And you have like the splits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 regionals per region. And then after those regionals, you qualify for a major, and then they have 2 majors. So you have 2 regionals before the major, right? That's how it works. I can't remember.
Well,
the
wait.
entire
Hold on.
format.
No, because it's like
It's kind of weird.
You
I
have
always lose track of the
3
regional stuff.
regionals. So it's
Okay.
Open 1, Open 2, Open 3, and then you play in the major. And then you go again. So the second split is Open 1, Open 2, Open 3,
Okay.
and then Major 2.
Yeah.
And is there like
then-
points that you gain?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Okay,
throughout the
okay.
regionals, you gain points to qualify for the major.
So it's like-
and
okay,
at
so-
the majors, you get points to qualify for worlds.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's like how Apex does their stuff.
And then
Okay.
recently we added like a last chance qualifier too.
Yeah.
So if you're just like a team that like barely missed it or something like that, and you
Yeah.
like know you're probably.
And then
gonna
what's
win,
like
but-
what's like the number? What's the number of teams that is it like top 8 teams that move on in points, or like?
Is it 8 or is it 4 that move on to?
I think it's top 4, right? Because it's 4
For what, worlds or majors?
for majors. It's top 4.
Like from
NA teams.
regionals into, at least from my understanding of it, like regionals into.
And I think it also depends on like
Yeah.
points, because they recently changed it where NAEU can gain or lose a spot because they're the most
Okay.
they're like the major regions right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're both locked at 4, but if one team does good, then like if one region does really good in points, then they can gain a spot. So NA could have 5 and EU has 4. But if EU does good, EU can have 5 and NA has 4, and the rest just like
Oh, okay.
basically the same. Like there's 2 from MENA,
2 from MENA.
one from APAC,
Yeah,
one
one
from South America, and then one from OCE. It used to be two from
two
OCE,
from
but now
South
one.
America.
Oh, two from
Yeah,
South America?
two, because there's
Okay.
Team Secret and Team Furia.
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then obviously that funnels into, and then those regionals funnel into.
So after you like play in the regionals, basically,
Okay.
you get your points, whatever. The top 4 teams in your, it kind of just depends on your region. For NA, let's just
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
top 4.
Top 4 or 5.
With the most
depending on,
points
like,
there, go ahead and qualify for the major. They go to the major, they play whatever team comes out on top. Let's say it's an NA team, right? That NA team specifically, they gain however many, I think it's like 30 points if you win a whole major. It's something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Wow,
But,
that's all, yeah.
yeah, exactly. But then yeah, you go into the next split, and those same points like basically transfer over, and you go again, Open 1, Open 2, Open 3, Major 2, and then same thing. Let's say another NA team, they win that major, they get
Yeah.
30 points, right? And then it's gonna be like, I don't remember if it's like the points from regionals qualify for the same like points for worlds. I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I feel like I
yeah.
do remember something like that, but I think that was maybe an older system.
Yeah, I think
think
that was an
an
older
older one,
system.
yeah.
So I think now, as long as you like perform well in the major, you can go to like worlds,
Yeah.
and it's usually like the top, like same thing, top 4 NA teams, top 4 EU teams, or
It's like kind of the number one
Yeah.
priority for every team when they play in regionals is just to make the major.
exactly,
Just so that you
yeah.
can get some points to go
Yeah.
to Worlds.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even to, like specifically win. Like it's good to win, but you just want enough points to where you like get to Worlds and just get
Yeah.
that spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that's
Okay,
kind of how
okay.
NRG played throughout the entire season. They did care about trying to win majors, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, because every team should be just like focusing to win. But like, their main goal was always just like,
Place
there's
well.
always Worlds. There's
Yeah,
always
just place
Worlds.
well. That's
Just
it.
like, yeah, place well so that we can get the points to go to Worlds, and then we still have Worlds at the end.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously that's when all the different regions come together, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the majors still like all different regions come together, but I think, if I remember correctly, Worlds is a smaller pool of teams compared to majors. Majors.
It's a little bit bigger
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, it's
okay.
just a little bit bigger because now that
How-
they
what
added
did it
last chance
increase
qualifiers. I think it used to be like 16 teams. I think now it's like 20.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot more now.
Now that we kind of talked, I just want to. What's like, as just kind of like a random, or not maybe not necessarily a random question, but kind of just going into like our next kind of segment or whatever. Like, what's your guys' like favorite match, like casual or competitive, that you guys have played in? Maybe even watched if you don't have one off the top of your head.
When I beat DSPN once.
Yeah, you never beat me in ones.
Yeah.
back
Did that
then.
happen?
Never beat me.
You know,
in
actually,
ones.
I think I have a recording of that saved somewhere. You know,
Alright.
Frostino's hit like a triple reset. You know, he said,
Yeah.
"I'm Frostino."
No, never been beaten once. If anybody on this show hears this podcast, you can never beat me in ones.
Alright.
Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, we're setting that
Bringing the
a
heat on
Alright.
that.
challenge. We're setting
Yeah,
that a
setting the challenge
any-
right here.
any
You
Rocket League
cannot beat me
player.
in ones.
No, he's washed.
I'm
What?
washed. Wow.
And then yeah, I mean like your favorite match that you've played, or like most memorable match that you've played in.
Hope you know they never actually won one.
Yeah,
That's not real.
I'll say
That's
my
not-
actual one after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You were just baiting for it? Come
yeah.
on.
They
Hasn't
never
happened yet.
actually
He
won
won't even 1v1 me yet.
I
So
will.
You know, eventually,
I never done
I'll
before.
run like a small like 1v1 bracket among all of Aura Blue, and we just all like fight each other to the death or something.
Okay.
Favorite match?
Yeah, casual competitive, just any
Casual
your-
competitive name.
any match of all time.
That you played? I
What?
really see you be clipping like that though. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Alright.
Yo,
Catching strays over here, bud.
I'm thinking about like the team and stuff. I'm like, oh man, what
No
patches have we
way.
won and whatnot? You're like, oh yeah, this person's over here's ass.
Overall,
You know?
best match though.
It's like, it's one of the games that we've won in the past, and it's like against one of like the top teams in I think CCS. That's like in our conference. I just don't remember like if it was SGSU, if it was like I don't know. We haven't beat SGSU.
We had a comeback against SJSU with Kizzy. I want to say a couple weeks ago. We got that. That was pretty good.
Were you guys down like
SGSU
2
and then,
games?
I
or
think
something
so.
like
Yeah,
that?
it's best of
yeah.
5, down 2 games, and we
Damn.
reverse swept. Basically, yeah.
And then
That's hype.
either
That's
GCU
nice.
White. GCU White was a good game as well. Most favorite. Dang. Do you have any in mind, Kaden?
I don't have any favorite of ours.
I'm
That's
just
the
like
thing,
I'm like
you know
going
what
through
I
the
mean?
catalog. I'm just like I don't know.
I feel like those games where like we come back and we make like a reverse sweep. Those are like the most like
Ooh.
competitive, most like
UNM, me, you, Kizzy.
yeah.
Like I think that was like last semester during CCS.
Oh,
when we
yeah,
had like
yeah.
2 6-minute overtimes.
Yeah, that was the longest series I think we played.
2
in.
6-minute overtimes.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's like 2 extra games, bro.
Yeah, that was
Wow,
nice.
that
I'm
is-
not gonna lie. Yeah,
Man.
we went back and forth the entire series. I think we won one, they won one.
Was it a best?
You
Was
know,
it
yeah.
a best of 5 or a best of 7?
I think this
for that
one was.
I think it was a best of. No, best of 7.
I think it was best of 7.
I want to say it was
This
playoffs.
Oh, so it's
yeah,
like-
I think
Oh,
this
yeah.
was playoffs.
Yeah, and then kind of going into how you guys play. I mean, what's kind of like, especially with the mentality difference between a best of 5 and then a longer best of
I like
7?
this
Like,
question.
how do you guys? How do you guys approach playing in a best of, or not best of 5? Oh yeah, best of 5 and a best. How do you approach the two different in terms of like your mental and stuff?
I think for me personally, like it's just always number one priority, just win. Like it doesn't really matter if it's best of 5, best of 7, just kind of
Wow.
win. But like obviously, like for best of 5s, there's more pressure like on the mental, just because like
Less air for.
yeah, less room for error
Yeah.
because you mess up 2 games now. The opponent can just easily take the entire series. Like, you can't make mistakes after that, or else like it's over. But best of 7, I definitely feel like it's so easy to come back, which is what happened for DC White game and CCS during playoffs. Like we lost 3, we thought it was like over. Actually no, we lost 2. We thought it was over once they won the 3rd one. And we were just like, oh well, GG's. And then we remember like, oh, it's best of 7, and we just won every game after that.
Yeah.
Like best of
Yeah.
7, it's just like it's so easy to
Nice.
come back because now you made all your mistakes. It's been 2 or 3 games, which is like more than enough to figure out what you've been doing wrong the entire game, like the entire series.
Yeah.
And now you figured out what the other opponent is doing, and now you can just easily just like take it all like and put it all together and just make an easy comeback.
Yeah.
I would say that for me, it also doesn't really matter. My main goal, obviously, is just to win.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I feel like we have proven like time and time again that we are a like long series team. That no matter like what happens, you really can't like count us out. Like we're still gonna go ahead. We're still gonna come back. We're still gonna make our play. It's still gonna work for us basically. And so I feel like once you catch that first game, you know kind of what you have to do to basically win from that point on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just like you made that proper adjustment. We probably like have had times where we sat there just like in the game, like just talking for like a minute straight, just saying like all we have to do is do this, all we have to do is change that. And sure enough, we get into that game, like that, you know, whatever game it is, 3rd game, 4th game, where like we lose, we're out. We just say like, okay, we're gonna reset. We're just gonna play this game like the way we know how to play it, and we're fine. That's why I like longer series so much more, because I can sit there and I can make those adjustments happen. And when we come back for like from stuff like that, that's when we can make that decision. Like, okay, we're actually like a really, really good team. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean?
Hell yeah.
I feel like we've basically proven to ourselves multiple times that we can be really good. We just have to like be good right out the gate, but like obviously we are very good at understanding what we are doing wrong and what the opponents are doing, and then immediately taking that apart and
Exactly.
like just winning the rest of our games from there.
Yeah, I'm a little newer. I haven't played many like best of 7s, mostly like best of 5s. But
Yeah.
I do kind of favor the best of 7s more because it's the adaptability, and I kind of like how with our mentality, we kind of like if we lose a game, it's not like oh we're out, and we get all discouraged. We just kind of like talk about it and like bring ourselves back up, and so I feel like that like really helps our mental and helps us like get through the long series better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give you a question because I honestly haven't heard from you a whole lot.
Yeah.
In this episode,
All right,
our
newbies,
first
your time.
episode.
Yeah. let's hear it.
But you know, being a newer player, how coming into this environment of actually competing collegiately, is it kind of anything that is it kind of how you expected it to be from the reps that you've gone in so far, or has it been kind of like, has it been throwing you kind of for a curveball a little bit in what you expected?
I mean, it kind of threw me for a curveball a little bit. I'm still growing as a player. I know I still have a lot of potential, like, for me to go, like, probably past for
Oh, absolutely.
DSP.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So it's just, it's understanding that it's not all about, like, just mechanics and stuff, because that's what everyone thinks it is. It's about, like, the flashy plays, but it's really, like, your
Positioning.
teammates and positioning. Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't have any other. I'm just thinking of things like, in terms of like, cause do you guys make content all that often for?
That's
Not
one
really.
thing that
I
we want
try
to start
to.
to like do a little bit more, right? It's just like that's kind of the goal, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like make content, get out there, put our names out there, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say I've been the one who's been trying to drive it a little bit.
Mhm.
I a while ago I asked everyone to send me replays of like clips and stuff. No one has done that. They
Yeah, actually,
Put 'em
I
on
just don't
blast.
think so. You know, I got
Put 'em on
it.
blast.
they sent me a whole 3 replays and I have received nothing after that. But you know, it's okay. It's alright.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you know, I'll just come all off. But yeah, I've put together some like montages like for the Instagram. I sent that over to the social media team. Me and Caden try to stream sometimes, usually our matches or just like you know in general, just like
Yeah.
us playing ranked games or scrims, and then try to advertise inside the Discord or wherever, saying like, "Watch UNR Blue players play Rocket League." Oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
And then I try to make some content of just like my own. I've been trying to get into editing, but
Mhm.
yeah, it definitely is just like we do want more content to be made of us, just to like get our name out there, you know. Because I feel like if we like start like have something to like represent us, or, like as a team, we'll start getting some more eyes, and people will be like, "Hey, this team's actually pretty cool." Like
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
people have personalities; they're not
Yeah.
just cars on the screen.
Yeah, because I feel like we're like low-key kind of slept on. I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of like hitting
Really,
under a rock. Yeah.
in the like the Mountain West Conference.
I feel like just
Yeah.
in general.
In
Low-key,
general,
I feel like
yeah.
we're just
Really?
like I feel like
Okay.
individually we all have like a good amount of skill. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're better than like you know pro players or
Yeah,
anything
no,
like
like
that,
there's
but, you know, I
definitely
would say
teams
that,
in
you know,
Mountain
we
West
can
are like
say that.
insane. Like there's San Diego with 5 stars in AZAP. There's SJSU, which like they haven't played them much, but they have BU, which is a really like good bubble player. I think there's another school in California that has another bubble player. I just don't remember like off the top of my
I
head.
forget, is Boise big in
Oh,
Rocket
Boise,
League?
yeah,
State,
Boise
yeah.
That's a
has
good
Boise's
answer,
just a
yeah.
full roster of bubble players that have made day 3 of RLCS consistently.
And with
They've
a
made
Rocket
top
League
16.
YouTuber coach.
Yeah, they have
That's-
they have a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
Wayton Pilkin. Like he's really smart when it comes to the game, and he's called out multiple metas like many times, like a year before they end up becoming the meta. Which I think is
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
But like I feel like we are capable of climbing up there eventually. Like,
Yeah,
and
hell
we
yeah.
are like we aren't just like you know small fish that like you know other teams can just stomp on and move on with. Like
Yeah.
we've shown multiple times like we can beat you if we want. Like
Yeah.
we just have to get there.
Oh,
Yeah, a good one I feel like for that was Washington State, and I think it was one of my first time like playing with you guys.
Yeah.
And it
Washington State
like,
was a good match actually.
Yeah.
I
It
forgot
was.
about that one.
we
That's
did
probably
end
a
up
close
losing,
second.
but I kind of like I feel like I kind of wasn't heard of. Or I just kind of came out of nowhere because like it's really these two and then Kizzy who's not here,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
I kind of like fill in time to time because he
Yeah.
has some internet problems. He needs to get
Yeah.
that fixed.
Like dorm Wi-Fi or something
Or
like
like
that, or
he's just been unavailable lately.
Yeah,
That's
He's
it,
just
yeah.
been like really
That's
busy.
perfectly
So like
fine, yeah,
we've
we
been
get that.
like cycling through a lot of like the new players because we do try to make everyone feel like they're actually part of the team. We don't want the subs to feel like they're just secondary.
Yeah.
And I feel like this roster right here, me, Caden, Verzino, like this is kind of like our like next probably like strong roster. I like and against Washington, like we felt very very strong. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I specifically remember just one shot where Caden passed to Verzino and then he just redirected it like right into net and no one was
Oh,
able to
yeah.
catch up. Like, that was,
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And then kind of going into like back into content creation. I mean, like I know, obviously Epic has their creator codes and stuff, but I mean, how big of a part do you guys think that like content creators play? I mean, obviously for most esports games, yeah, there are big content creators, but do you think like Psyonix and Epic try to work with content creators as much, at least like to broadcast competitively,
Absolutely
or
not.
they just do their own thing?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of just do their own thing. They already have like a set of people that they've already hired, and they just kept to that team of people. They've kicked off people. Like I know, I think 2 years ago they literally cut their entire esports crew in half.
Wow.
And hired on new talent, and that was like a whole like entire issue. I don't know. I would say honestly the RLCS broadcast hasn't gone down too much in quality after that, but you can obviously tell like it's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like Epic Games has kind of avoided like doing stuff with content creators. They have released items with content creators. Like I know they've teamed up with Musty and like there's another one, Athena, to release like titles and items. But other than that,
But it's not really super like.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like it's
no,
just
not really.
it's just like money making.
Little kind of filler items.
Yeah,
and
filler
stuff.
items. Like
Yeah.
it's just items. That's it.
Yeah, so it's not really to the extent of like it's not really to the extent of like Valorant or Counter Strike. Well, they'll like because I know like Onapixel will like literally be flown out to majors and stuff
Exactly.
and co-stream
Yeah,
from the venue, but like they don't really do anything like that with any of the content creators.
I mean, we've had like, okay, so I would say that helped them a little bit to get them into a better seat, but other than that, usually the content creators have to get there themselves, kind of pay out of pocket to go there themselves and like set up stuff themselves. So like they'll be given like extra access just because like let's say Rizzo for example, ex-pro turned content creator. He'll have like his own little spot, but like a lot of the stuff to set it up his own spot and like get there in the first place, it's all on him. Other pros like Reddles or like I think Justin was on like Reddle's stream once for Worlds. Like they'll have their own little spot close by, but like again, it's all on them to get there and set up and all that other stuff.
And they're not.
Like,
Okay.
they're not really given a helping hand. They're just kind of like, yeah, you're known. We'll give you a spot. It's kind of we'll give you a seat. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
For all that you've done
It's
for
like,
us,
maybe.
you get one seat.
Yeah, you get one seat. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think other than that, I mean, is there anything like real quick that you guys want to plug? Any plugs you guys got or anything like that?
Nah.
Any-
No,
any
I
up-
don't
any
have
You don't want to
anything
advertise
this
your
time.
Twitch?
I don't have anything this time, actually. Yeah,
That's
it's fine.
crazy.
It's okay.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's all good.
Any upcoming matches though that
Upcoming
us
matches?
the viewers in the
Dude, that's
club
crazy.
should be watching?
Before we
looking
before we
forward to
started,
it.
I was literally looking like, what is our actual what's our next match? Because I forgot. There's been a lot of chaos in like Mountain West, but our next match is against Air Force, and I feel like we could probably beat them this time.
Yeah,
But,
what's
like,
the
we-
sentiment?
What was
We need
the
sentiments,
match
yeah.
or what was the result last time?
Last time, I think it was like either 1-3 or 2-3. I know we
Something like
lost.
that. Yeah,
I think
it
we at
was-
least took
yeah,
one game.
We took something.
They have some decent players on that team, but like we got it. Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
I think this time around.
All
we
about
got it.
confidence.
Yeah, we got that. It's light. Yeah, nothing to stress about. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's it for you guys. Nothing.
Seriously,
You sure?
I'm not.
Nothing?
Yeah,
All right.
No flags.
Actually, if we do end up streaming the match, I don't know whose account we're gonna stream it on. Maybe mine, but it'll be, be pretty fire. I'll put it in like the Discord and everything like that, so everybody
yeah.
can see. But it's gonna be twitch.tv/despotp_. Again, that
Wow.
is twitch.tv/despotp_.
I gotta do mine.
you gotta plug in.
Twitch.tv/frostino_.
So now we're all plugging our Twitches. Okay. Check out twitch.tv/def 3H's with an F at the end. If you want to catch our match, if it's like officially streamed, it'll be on twitch.tv/Nevada Esports. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the very first grand episode of the Press Play podcast ran by the Esports Club here at the University of Nevada, Reno. I promise I'm still working out the kinks. All right. It'll look a lot different in upcoming episodes in the next semester. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.
Peace.